Ever thought about learning Chinese, but then you look at the writing and just feel a little overwhelmed? Well, what if I told you a little secret? Those characters aren't just a bunch of complicated lines. They're actually pictures hiding in plain sight. So let's pull back the curtain and see what's really there.
Yeah, I get it. It's a pretty common feeling. You glance at a page of Chinese text, and it can look like this impenetrable wall of symbols, almost like abstract art you're not quite sure how to interpret.
So take a look at these characters right here. If you've never seen them before, they probably just look like a jumble of strokes and angles. But what if I told you that every single one of them started out as a simple drawing of something from the real world?
And that is the key we're going to use today. Unlocking the meaning behind these characters is kind of like being a detective. You just have to trace them back to their original form. And trust me, once you see the picture, you'll never forget the character.
Okay, so let's hop in our time machine. We're going back, way back, thousands of years, to when the first Chinese characters were being carved. And you know what? We're going to play a little matching game.
Here's our first puzzle piece. This is one of the oldest forms of a Chinese character we have. It's what's called a pictograph, which is really just a fancy word for a picture. No, seriously, take a good look. Don't even think about it as writing. Just, what does this little drawing make you think of? What object out in the world could this be?
If you were thinking mountain, you nailed it. It's so clear once you see it, right? You can literally see the three distinct peaks of a mountain range. Just like that, you're reading ancient Chinese. See? Not so hard. Feeling good? All right, let's try another one. This next shape is even more simple.
So what do you think? What could this be? Think about basic figures, maybe a simple action. What's this shape suggesting to you?
Yep, it's a person. It's like a little stick figure, a simple side view of a person taking a step. It's so simple, but it totally captures the idea. Once you know what you're looking for, you can't unsee it.
And this is the aha moment. This is the foundation of the whole system. These weren't just made-up symbols. They were direct drawings of the sun, the moon, fire, a tree, basically the world that the ancient Chinese saw all around them.
Okay, so that's the ancient stuff, which is super cool. But how in the world do we get from those simple drawings to the characters people use today? Let's connect the dots.
This is the perfect example of how it happened. On the left, you've got the ancient character for tree. You can totally see the branches up top and the roots down below. But over thousands of years, as people started writing with brushes, it got way fast into use straight lines. So those nice curves got simplified into the modern character on the right. The lines are different, but the idea of the picture, that core image of a tree, it's still there. All right, it's time for the main event. Here are those modern characters we saw at the very beginning. But now you have the secret decoder ring. You know to look for the pictures. So take a second. Look at each one. Can you spot the mountain with its peaks, the person walking, the tree with its branches and roots? Try to match them up with what we've been talking about. Go on, give it a shot.
Ready for the big reveal? Let's see how those detective skills of yours are holding up.
And here they are. We've got run for person, shan for mountain, and move for tree. But check out some of the others. Can you see how Hua kind of looks like a crackling fire with sparks flying up? Or how Ko is just a perfect square like an open mouth? And Ri, the sun, used to be a circle with a dot in the middle, but it got squared off over time to make it easier to write. Every single one tells a visual story.
So here's the big takeaway. Chinese characters are not random. They are thousands of years of art and history, all squeezed into these little symbols. They're a direct, living connection from an ancient drawing to a modern word. The second you learn to see the pictures inside the characters, the whole language just starts to click in a totally new way. It stops being this intimidating thing and starts being this amazing, fascinating puzzle. So the only question left is, now that you have the key, what story are you going to unlock first?